What's up, guys? So today's plan is to work on the Jimmy. So if you watched the last video, you know that we were just at Power Cruise. We just got home last night. It was lots of fun as usual. And I also picked up some parts down there, and I'm gonna show you those now. So let's go take a look. All right, guys, so in the last video, you would have seen that I ordered a new seat cover for the S10 from LMC Truck, and I installed it at Power Cruise. So it turned out really good. I planned to, or thought about making a video of the install, but we didn't have the tripod with us and stuff. So I wanted to get it done because I wanted to get on the track and etc. So we just did it. It turned out really good. It's pretty simple to do. The hog ring pliers LMC sells or gives you with the kit are kind of crappy, but I actually wish that I would have brought mine for the GTO interior because the ones were actually really good. So anyways, then I also ordered a new carpet for the Jimmy, which is one of the things I want to start installing today, hopefully. So there it is. It's from that Auto Custom Carpets, but I got it from Rock Auto. Super good deal. Not sponsored, of course, but way better deal than anywhere else I could find for the carpet. Looks really nice. So this is the front part of the carpet. The truck actually never had a carpet. It had rubber floor mat from the factory. And here's the rear section of the carpet. And then this is the wheel tub covers. Goes over the wheel wells. So it's like a complete carpet, and it was only 270 bucks American or something like that. So really, really cheap for a full-size truck and all the carpet. And the other thing I got, if you saw the video where the shock broke on the Jimmy, I actually ended up ordering a set of these Veltec Nitro Drop 2 shocks. Here's the part number from Summit Racing. Super cheap, 35 bucks each or something like that. They're made for drop C10s. Just a basic shock, but they're supposed to be good. I mean, they're Veltec, so they're made for lowered vehicles. So yeah, we're gonna jack the Jimmy up, and we're gonna throw those on and then start tearing the interior apart to put in the carpet. I just do this outside. No point pulling the trucks out and stuff. Truck and car out. Plus this truck is too wide. Unless I pull the car out also. Of course, I just had this off, so it should all come very easy. Old shock, new shock. So, actually it would be this way, right? So let's see. I mean, this one collapses down to as small as the body. And this one I think it was, these ones are so hard to push down. That's about where it was sitting in the truck. So that's about what this one is, and it has full throw still. So they'll definitely work better. So let's put them in. It looks like this shock pocket right here is squeezed in a little bit too much. So I'm gonna have to get a hammer and kind of just stretch it out because this won't fit in there. I can show you. See, just quite doesn't fit. So I'll have to stretch that out a little bit. A couple taps with the hammer, and it looks like we're in there. I mean, you could also grind the edge of the shock there a bit too if you had to. I think we're in. Yep, there we go. So just tighten that up and we'll be done on this side. Simple as that. Oh, look, those look good in there. Sweet. Alright, so now I'll do the other side, and then I don't know, and then we'll move on to the carpet, starting on the carpet, I guess. I thought I'd show you one thing. On this side, the shock actually goes forward from here down, the opposite of the way it goes on the other side. And see, here it has a stud that's bolted into the frame. So I just thought I'd show you that it's different, and now I'm going to put it in. Alright, so I got it all back together, and I ended up cutting off the stud ends from the leaf spring U-bolts, just because it looks better, flush cut. So I did that, and I'll throw you guys on the tripod and I'll do a bounce test. I mean, one of the issues I was having before was if I really wanted to bump hard, I heard a bang, and I thought the bang was like the rear end hitting the frame, but I actually think it was the shocks just bottoming out on each other or on themselves. So we'll give her a bounce test. Well, if you ask me, that looks pretty good. No banging, and as soon as I jumped off, she stopped bouncing, so that's good. So we're gonna get started on the carpet. I think we may go to the junkyard today. Mike was just messaging me to go to the junkyard, so we might do that too. All right, guys, so the first thing we gotta do is take all the interior out. Oh, hold on. I wanna get those copyrights. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is gut everything out of here, including Zoe. We're gonna gut her out of here. And the spare tire, the holder, speakers, the seat, these side panels. Side panels aren't in the greatest of shape, and there's actually supposed to be some kind of bracing on the bottom, which is missing. So what I want to do is pull the whole back part of the interior out and then kind of assess and like fix everything. So if it means buying some L channel or something to bolt to the floor so that those panels can bolt in properly, then we're going to do that. I'm going to pull this apart and then we'll see what we're looking at. All right, so there's everything out. The seat. So these door panels or side panels are kind of in crappy shape. I mean, they're what I got. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe getting some thin plywood and maybe remaking them kind of, and then recovering the plywood with the material off of these, because you know the cardboard backing is all kind of mangled up, so we'll have to see about that. And as you can see, they bolt on there and then up top, but there's supposed to be some down below which are missing, so those will have to get made. I'll make new ones, but otherwise it's in pretty good shape overall. I'm going to re-seam seal everywhere. Like there you can see the seam sealers all torn away around this gas filler. It's all torn away. Well, that filler was actually off, so I'm going to seam seal all around it, get a bunch of new bolts and screws. So this will probably be more than a afternoon project, but I want to make it nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean out the back there, sweep it, blow it out, whatever, and then I'm going to lay the carpet in there just to see how it looks, and then we'll go from there. I vacuumed it, or blew it out I should say, and I just kind of threw the carpet in there to see how it looks, and I think it looks pretty cool. Wheel well covers, and then like I said, when those side panels go on, they go over top of this edge of the carpet just like this part does. This thing's pretty crappy. I probably should have ordered a new one, and I still could, I guess. I don't know, I might just clean it up and even paint it black. And then there's one that goes in the middle at the front of the back part here before that joins the two pieces of carpet together, which is also aluminum piece like this. So I'll see. I'll try straightening this one out, but I'll probably end up ordering a new one. And yeah, but that looks pretty good. Mike's on his way, and we're going to be heading to the junkyard soon. Mike is here, and we're off to the junkyard, just as I promised.
Long hair don't care.
I'd show you guys us driving, but Mike's windshield's so dirty that you can barely see anything.
Oh, they work right now. It only sprays my side, though. I think the spray for the other side.
All right, guys, we're here. The world famous Buck's Junkyard.
At least it's open.
We know you guys love the junkyard content, I should say, junkyard content. So here we are. We're here looking for a caliper for Mike's S10. Which side is it?
Driver.
So there's one right there, but we'll look around more because that one looks kind of shitty.
Do you not replace them both at the same time, though, as a rule?
If you're putting new ones on.
Not on this YouTube channel?
I wouldn't worry about it. I would just replace the one.
Yeah.
If you're putting new ones, yeah, I would.
I'd like to get new ones from Rock Auto, but I'd like to go cruising tonight.
Yeah, so for now, good enough. Here's some Rancho shocks on this truck here. This whatever it is, Ford truck. Check out the LS's like usual. There's quite a bit of them here. Here's one. 862 heads. We got a disc breaker end here in a S10. This might be an 8.5 maybe. It's got the fancy looking aluminum calipers, like a Camaro one, like I have on on the GTO. And another one. It's just LS engines everywhere here today, it looks like. And an old Ford truck. How's that one look? Oh, that one's actually got new pads.
Yeah, but I can't do that.
Why?
I have to change them on the other side.
No, you don't. What's the difference?
They'd grab unevenly.
No, they won't. They just have more meat on them, that's all. So they're gonna grab the same. You could also grab the pads off this one too if you really wanted to. Yeah. See this one? Oh yeah, this one, like I said, somebody put new brakes on here. It's got, these ones are pretty new too. Yeah. Here's a 6-liter. Tell by the 317 heads. Just sitting here waiting for someone to grab it. And here was a 6-liter, 2005 6-liter. Someone already grabbed that one. You can build them to a race engine as we speak. Big stack of cars. They're just waiting for scrap price to go up, I guess. It's pretty packed in here today. Piled up cars. Here's a Cadillac. Oh, I want this sweet center cap here. I got her. Pretty nice shape, actually. Maybe I'll make like a necklace out of it or something. Oh, there's one, Mike. Oh, wrong side though.
Looks old anyway though, right?
Yeah. You can still kind of get back here. You just gotta sneak in behind all these cars here. Look at this. It's crazy how many cars are here. And the crazy thing is that there's a lot of good parts on these cars still, but I don't know. Look, here's a square body. What's left of it? Oh, there's a Camaro, but it's already gone. That's where all the real old stuff is. No, there's nothing really. That Blazer's your only bet, it looks like.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's up in the air, so it's perfect.
Yeah, easy to get off. Another LS. That's a weird kind of sort of caliper, like. It has the...
Oh, it is a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, but I don't think it matters. Or does it? Like the hose might be different. Pretty much covered this S10 Blazer in like gravel guard or something. I actually used to have one of these exactly the same as this white. Pretty much the identical truck. Mine had a gray interior in it. And it had kind of a built-up 4.3 in it. It wasn't very fast or anything. I don't know. This one's got a nice blue interior. We're kind of unsure if this is the same or not, but we're going to compare it with the 2-wheel drive one. I think it's the same, but at the same time, it's different with how the hose mounts here and where the bleeder screw is, but I don't know if that would make a difference putting it on to a 2-wheel drive. I was just standing here, I noticed this Ford Explorer right here. So I took a look underneath and sure enough, it's got a 8.8 with the disc brakes, just like I put in the S10. Just waiting for somebody. Someone like Mike. So I quickly looked it up on Rock Auto, and sure enough, it's a 4-wheel drive is a different part number than 2-wheel drive, so I'm guessing it's not right. Mike's getting this one off. Looks like those rotors were newer at some point.
Yeah.
Little small block, probably a 350. Good for a core. And $15 later, got a caliper. And the hose and the brake pads. Oh, pretty good. Alright, so it's the next day now. We came back, we ended up changing out that caliper. We didn't bother to film it. So I'm out here working on the Jimmy again. I got the back seat up here because I'm gonna spray dye it. So I went and bought some of this Duplicolor vinyl and fabric paint. So we're gonna we're gonna try painting it and see how that turns out, and then continue on from there. So I'm gonna probably put a first coat on, and I'll show you how it looks. This is after one coat. Obviously, it's very splotchy, but I think it should work out okay. It's definitely better than tan, so it'll look good enough. The only crappy thing is these are chrome and I painted over them, so either I'll leave them or I'll probably scrape it off somehow or use a little bit of reducer and get it off. So I'm gonna let it dry and then put on a second coat. All right, so that's after two coats, 3 coats maybe total. It covers on the vinyl part really nice, but on the material I guess it soaks in. So I ended up having to go grab another can. I bought 1 can hoping 1 would be enough, but it wasn't. And the paint peels off the chrome really easy, so I'll be able to clean those up after. So now I'll put another coat on and hopefully that should be good. All right, so it is the next day now. I'm out here again working on the truck. Everyone was over, so we kind of stopped working and filming. Live stream night and all that. So here's the seat. It's all together. I ended up painting the armrests bases, and then I painted the brackets for them with paint that kind of matches the paint of the truck, and also cleaned off the paint off the chrome. So there it is. I think it actually turned out really nice. I only used like maybe 1.5 cans total. I also painted like the back side too, red. And then I have the truck in here now. I have the carpet just laying in there at the moment, but I'm gonna take the carpet out, and I gotta weld up some holes in the wheel tubs. There's someone drilled some holes, and then I gotta start making. There's some brackets I need to make to hold on the side panels, and we can start assembling this thing. I'll show you what I have to do before I can lay the carpet in. I have to. You can see this was off at one point when the truck was all apart, so there's a big gap here that needs to be seam sealed, plus this probably needs to be seam sealed all the way around. And then somebody, I think they had these weird kind of speakers in here, so there's like 2 holes there, 2 holes there, same on the other side. And then I'm just gonna go around and seam seal everything to make sure there's no gaps so that no exhaust fumes get in. And then once that's done, all that's done, then I'll work on those side panels, get those back on, and the carpet can go in, and then the seat and everything can go in, and then just throw the front carpet in. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, think about subscribing. We do lots of cool stuff with LS turbos and Ford turbo small blocks and Mustangs and Chevys and all that stuff. So if you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the videos. All right, I'm gonna weld those holes. All right, so I got those holes welded up, and then I just painted over top of them. I also painted this because part of it kind of sticks out from the carpet and the cover, or those side panels. So now I got the seam sealer, which is the same stuff I used on the GTO before. I'm just gonna go around and seal up anywhere that there's like a hole. And then I have this aluminum here, angle piece, which I already marked. And I pretty much have to cut some pieces that are going to kind of go there, and then 2 at the front that hold the side panels on. So I'm going to seam seal, cut these, and then bolt those on or screw those on, and then I'll be ready to put the carpet in and put the side panels back on. I actually decided to just seam seal everything all around the wheel tubs, all around that thing. Actually, I'll go in here and I'll seal up here too, because I figured I have the stuff and I want to try to keep exhaust fumes and stuff out of there, so I might as well. I'm just taking it and kind of like rubbing it along where the seam is. And I mean, there's already seam sealer there, original stuff. I'll actually put some sealant around the bolts too for the seat and everything. Try to keep the exhaust fumes out would be nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing that and get it all done. I got it all on both sides. Now I just have to let it dry. Okay, so I cut those things down and actually sort of screwed up, but not really. I have the panel in there, and I thought that it went all the way to that hole, but that hole actually goes into the metal part. So really, instead of needing a really long piece, I just need a short piece, like, you know, like half of that. And then I just made marks on there where it needs to go and where the screw is. Same with the back. And then I can screw those things down, and then the panels will be basically ready to go on. Okay, so I got those things bolted in. One there, and then the two at the front. I might actually have to take them out because I'm not sure that they might go on top of the carpet. So I'm gonna throw the carpet in now, and then we'll find out. First part will be these wheel tub pieces. And then we get the main carpet, which is here. This goes in there. Okay, so far it looks like the back one doesn't need to be, but the front ones I think might need to be removed and then screwed down over top. And as you can see, this carpet, you have to use these side panels if you want to use everything, because they hold the carpet kind of together. What I also forgot to do, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put all the bolts for the seat and seat belts in so that I can cut around them. That kind of positions the carpet and makes it easier to figure out where the holes are for all that stuff. So I'm just going to do some positioning, and then I'll do that. See, this one is underneath there. So now when everything's bolted up, I can feel around and I cut holes. One thing before you start cutting holes or screwing anything down is you got to make sure it's in the right spot. So here, you got to make sure that this is going to properly cover the carpet and hold it down. I'm going to try to get a new one of those. It's kind of crappy, but it'll do for now. So you kind of have to play around with it, adjust it, which is what I'm going to do now. And then I have to cut a hole for the speaker wire to go through under where the seat is, and then we can start fitting those side panels on. I got the side panels in. They're pretty messed up. You can see this one's all squished in and that one's all squished in, and those little brackets I made, they work good at the front but not so much at the back. So they're in there, good enough. Now I'm going to put the back seat in and get that bolted down. Well, there it is, guys. It's all back together, at least the back half is. At least for now. I'm going to have to still do something there, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I should make new panels for the back, or the looks like aftermarket ones are super expensive, but I think it looks overall pretty good. I'll take you to the front, show you how the seat looks in there. I think that looks pretty good. I don't know if you can really see that well, but yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. I'll make more video of it like once the front half is in and it's in the light outside. But yeah, so far that. So the next step will be start on the front. All right, so I got the all the inside seats and everything out, and all I really had to do is put bolts in everywhere, wherever there's gonna be bolts. Now I'm pretty much ready to lay the carpet in, cut around all these bolts, and then put it back together pretty much. I have to move the wires for the stereo and all that kind of stuff, but I'll pretty much just lay the carpet in, and then I'll show you that, and then put everything back together. I got the carpet in, kind of just laid in. Fits really, really nice. You know, as you can see here, it overlaps. Probably have to cut a little bit of that off, trim it off. And then here it kind of underlaps this one, which is nice. So I took those seat belts off and tucked it underneath on both sides. I cut the hole for that seat belt to bolt, and then now I got to go around and cut all wherever they are, all the bolts that are sticking through, and then just push, and there you go, the bolt pops through. Okay, so it's a little later and I got some progress done. So I got the carpet all in, laid down. I got all those bolts pushed through. I got this trim put on. I got the amp installed, all the wires moved. I got that trim on that side, so now I have to fit this trim, which pretty much just means trimming the carpet a little bit here, get it all fit nice, and get it screwed down, which I'm gonna do now. That's it, she's all back together. So there you can see the rear carpet, front carpet. These seats kind of suck. They're actually out of like a Honda Accord. I mean, they're nice seats if they were mint, but they're not. But for now, they're gonna have to do until I find some better ones. There's the sills and the carpet and the back seat all in red. So the only thing left to do on the truck for the interior for now is this center console. But as you can see here, it's cracked here and cracked here. So I kind of want to fix that before I put it back in. So I'm going to do that, but that won't be in this video. That'll be in a different one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video of putting in this carpet, and stay tuned for more videos on other things, and we'll check you later.